Solve the simultaneous equations 2x plus y equals 13, x squared plus xy minus 30 equals 0. So starting this initially, I would say I'm going to substitute this linear equation into this non-linear equation. So I'm just going to rewrite that first equation by subtracting 2x from both sides. Let's change the colour of the pen. So that I get y equals 13 minus 2x. So if I call that equation 1, I'm going to sub 1 in 2. So I'm going to replace all the y's with 13 minus 2x. So I get x squared plus x. Instead of y, I get 13 minus 2x minus 30 equals 0. So expanding the bracket, I get x squared plus 13x minus 2x squared minus 30 equals 0. And we can tidy this up so that I get minus x squared plus 13x minus 30 equals 0. I don't want to factorise with a minus x squared, so I'm going to times by minus 1 both sides of the equation, so that I get x squared minus 13x plus 30 equals 0. Factors of 30 that are both the same sign that will add to give me minus 13 will be x minus 3 and x minus 10 equal to 0. So therefore I get two solutions, x equals 3, which then gives me y equals 13 minus 2 lots of 3. So y equals 13 minus 6, which is 7. And my other solution, x equals 10, gives me y equals 13 minus 2 lots of 10. So 13 minus 20, y equals minus 7. And that is my simultaneous equations solved. Let's have a look to see how we get marks in this equation. We get a standalone mark if you've attempted to isolate either x or y. Y is by far the simpler in this situation. We get a method mark for the substitution of that value, whether it be the x or the y, into this quadratic. We then get an answer or accuracy mark if you get to a correct quadratic. There is then a method mark if this is factorized or the use of the formula is done correctly in order to get our factors. There is one answer mark for getting both the x values, and finally there is one answer mark for getting both the y values. Remember that these answer marks are dependent on you getting this method mark, and this answer mark here is dependent on you showing the substitution. Okay, I hope that all made sense and that you understood the solution.